Hey, so I just wanted to make a quick video talking about a specific study that just came out pretty recently. The title of it is called Sprint Specific Training in Youth, Backwards Running versus Forward Running Training on Speed and Power Measures in Adolescent Male Athletes. So before we get into the results, which are really cool and interesting from the study, I want to do a quick breakdown of the methods. So the aim was to compare the different effects in forward sprinting versus backward sprinting. The length of the intervention was 8 weeks. Training sessions were twice per week. Subjects were all 13 to 15 years old. All were taken from a Phy Ed class. There was also a control group, and what the control group did was just normal Phy Ed activities, what you would do in a regular Phy Ed class. The forward sprinting group would just perform their sprint training during the Phy Ed class, and the backward sprinting group would perform their backward sprinting training during Phy Ed class. Before the intervention began, anthropometric measurements were taken with all of the subjects to scale for any sort of physical maturity differences between the three groups. They were all measured in 10-meter split, 10 to 20-meter split, 20-meter counter movement jump, and vertical leg stiffness. The distance for each sprint for both the forward sprinting group and the backward sprinting group was anywhere from 15 to 20 meters, so never shorter than 15 meters and never longer than 20 meters. So the results of the study are really cool because both groups improved in their sprinting ability, their jumping ability, and their leg stiffness. However, the backward sprinting group actually improved to a greater degree in the 10-meter split and in their jumping performance. So the authors actually had some really interesting points in the discussion. An explanation for this finding could be that both directions of locomotion are generated by the same basic neural mechanisms. I think the same case could probably be made for like sprinting sideways or shuffling, or even bounding variations, as long as they're done with maximal intent. And I think more than anything, this just really highlights the value of a novel stimulus being implemented into a training program. Sprinting is very common in most training programs. Curved sprinting is now becoming a little bit more popular, but backward sprinting, I honestly have never really thought about that until now. Like maximal intent shuffling is probably another way to get this novel stimulus. I don't see many people doing that. So I think pretty much any sort of like max intent sprinting, regardless of the direction or the exact movement pattern, it's all going to give you a very positive training effect. I would love to see this study be replicated with different populations such as college athletes or even elite athletes. Improving qualities such as peak power or peak force or other athletic qualities that are high variables in athletic performance through means of training can be really tough without exhausting resources that could be spent on improving tactical or skill improvement. So something as simple as a novel unloaded exercise being performed at maximal intent might make these improvements a little bit easier. And obviously, I don't know, I'm just kind of speculating here, but I think this study sets a good precedent for other studies to be done in a similar fashion, just with a different twist to it, to examine effectiveness of maybe instead of backward sprinting, it's just maximum intent shuffling or just any other maximal intent unloaded training interventions. Anyways, those are just my thoughts. Figured I'd share them, put them out there. Maybe someone disagrees with me, maybe someone agrees. If whatever, shoot me an email. I'd love to chat about it. So hope you enjoyed and have a good one.